Hi there wrestling fans, professional wrestler Sam Bailey here, introducing you to the Mark Pearson YouTube channel, where he reviews all sorts from F1 to old WWF to WWE to British wrestling, where yours truly features highly. So go and watch this little bit. I'm not going to insult Mark Pearson myself, I'm just going to say that I'm on a trampoline, and enjoy.
Whoa, whoa, it's WrestleMania! There you are. Can't believe I've just actually done that on film. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this, another episode 10 years ago! WrestleMania 19! Oh yes, now I know there's a lot of you who've been looking forward to this video because they like this show so very, very much. I remember it being a very, very good show. It's first pay-per-view, not first pay-per-view, idiot. First WrestleMania I'd watched live in a long, long time. I think 16, 17 and 18 I'd watched the day after on tape. So yeah, that's a good thing, isn't it? So, should we get on to this one? I'm going to go through the historical things on what happened between here and No Way Out when we go through the show, alright? So, on Sunday Night Heat, which was presented by Coach and Lisa, we see Nathan Jones lying unconscious in a toilet, and the full-blooded Italians walking away, proving that the WWE had absolutely no faith in Nathan Jones whatsoever. Nathan Jones had debuted about a month earlier, and been, he's meant to be a protege of The Undertaker. So it's meant to be The Undertaker and Nathan Jones versus Big Slow and A-Train in a tag team match. Can you imagine that? People talk about the streak and all that nowadays. A tag match, really? Yeah, but Nathan Jones was awful. I mean, truly terrible wrestler. So, I'm sorry, by the way, it's so fucking windy here in Stoke today. So I don't know if you're picking up the wind noise, but it's actually getting on my nerves, believe it or not. They had that little confidence in him that on the pre-show, they had him taken out so that he wouldn't be on the show. And then Chief Morley and Lance Storm defeated RVD and Kane in a match. I think the story with this one is that Dudley's been ordered to make sure that Storm and Morley had won. So the Dudley boys came out and they hit Storm with a 3D, right? They then changed their minds and hit an elbow drop on RVD. An elbow, just a standard elbow. And that got the pin. Who the fuck loses to an elbow drop? But just think about this one. This is the important thing here, there. This match was bumped to Sunday Night Heat so that we could have the Miller Lite catfight girls. Oh yeah, should we get on with the main show? So, WrestleMania 19 starts off with Ashante, I think her name is, performing the national anthem. You know how I feel about the national anthem. It bugs me every single time I watch WrestleMania. Every single year, it bugs the fuck out of me. Matt Hardy defeating Rey Mysterio in a crap match. Now, this isn't a crap match like it's a crap match. This was a crap match because it was a way too short. This show is 4 hours long. This match lasts 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a piss take for the opening contest on the biggest show of the year. And the action was just starting to warm up as well. It was just starting to get good. For another 5 minutes, and this would have been a better match because it wasn't. Highlight of the match is Matt going for a splash mountain off the top that Ray counters into a nice Hurricane Rana. It's a star and a half kind of match. In my opinion, the wrong person won as well. You see, I've got on my notes, wrong person won, but now think about it. The thing is, right, Rey Mysterio is a tricky one because is he a cruiserweight or is he a heavyweight? And then the other thing, of course, is that Matt Hardy had just won the cruiserweight title at No Way Out, so a title change so quickly. Meh. In the back, we see the Miller Lite Catfight girls arrive and then argue about which is the bigger match between Hulk Hogan and Vince and Austin versus The Rock. No mention of the 2 title matches because they're irrelevant on this show, aren't they? As we all know. It's, Hogan versus Vince is the main event of this show. That's just a fact. Okay, so next up, The Undertaker defeated A-Train and Big Show in a rubbish handicap match. Tony Schimmel introduces Limp Bizkit to play Undertaker to the ring. They're going to do rolling it, despite the fact that Undertaker's been using the "You done it now, you gonna made a big mistake" theme tune for a year at least at this point. But meh, who gives a fuck? I suppose it's a one night only thing. The thing is, it's not that. That's bloody camera. Is it just me, or is that just not staying still? Stay still, camera. Stay still. Hey, right. My problem is not that Limp Bizkit are playing into the ring. Honestly, not. The fact they do rolling and they've got some dancing girls with them and me. And who is it who's with them? I've written it down here. Head from Korn is playing with with Limp Bizkit. I don't know why that is, but yeah, it's the fact that Tony Schimmel announces Limp Bizkit as the WWE's favourite band in the whole world. I don't understand why that is. Anyway, the match is to the letter what you expect from a handicap match that features Big Slow and A-Train. It really isn't very good. Nathan Jones still made an appearance, coming down and running out and attacking Big Slow on the outside. And my favourite part of this match is the finish, for obvious reasons. But no, it's not what you think it's because the match has ended. It's because Undertaker goes to Tombstone A-Train, but can't quite pick him up properly. So if you watch it you don't see it on the first time they show it through. When they show you the close-up though, you see Undertaker quite clearly yell out, "Help me," so that A-Train can shift his weight round so that Undertaker can tombstone him. It's very amusing. This is a crap match. And this is another one of those things what I just mentioned a moment ago about the streak. Everyone talks about the streak and how great it is. And yes, as an achievement, it's absolutely incredible. But you've got to remember that the streak is littered with shit matches, and this is one of them. This was crap in every way. It's half a star because I'm nice. But if you rated this one as a dud, I wouldn't be surprised, alright? WrestleMania starting off well with a 1.5 and a half-star match. Yay for WrestleMania. And then in the back, the Middle Light Catfight girls bump into Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler, which is lovely. And then Trish Stratus defeated Jazz and Victoria in an OK match to win the Women's Championship. One of only 2 title changes on this show. Best match of the show so far, of the 3. A deja vu moment, because this is so much better than any women's match we get in any of the companies now. When I say that, I mean WWE and TNA, obviously not Shimmer or Shine or anyone like that, but or Bellatrix or any of the women's, or Pro Wrestling Eve or any of the women's companies. But don't get on my case because I've forgotten to mention some. They're just 4 that come to mind. Yeah, this is actually genuinely good. The crowd don't care in the slightest though, but they should have done, because if they'd looked a bit closer, they would have seen Trish Stratus' camel toe like I did, which was lovely. Oh yes, bad boy. Victoria goes for and misses a moonsault. Steven Richards eats a Stratusfaction, enabling Victoria to go for the winner's peak. Trish Stratus counters that into the chick kick for the win. And genuinely, 2-star match. I actually genuinely enjoyed this match. The crowd, though, wow, they didn't give a fuck. In the back, The Rock could care less about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Hey, Rock, how much more could you care less about Stone Cold Steve Austin? Here's one for you, though. The Rock says he is going to whoop that bald-headed candy ass guaranteed. Anytime you ever guaranteed anything, he won. It's why he should have, going into the Royal Rumble this year, have guaranteed he was going to beat Punk, in my opinion. That's just my opinion, but, yeah, but he's going to do the one thing he's never done, that's beat Austin at WrestleMania. Lovely. Team Angle then defeat Chris Benoit and Rhyno and Los Guerreros in a match to win the to retain the WWE Tag Team titles. I don't remember Team Angle actually winning the Tag Team titles on SmackDown, but apparently that's how it happened. I just gone and researched. I was like, when did they win the belt? Yeah, on SmackDown apparently. One of these matches, but I remember being very, very, very good. But, and then once again, this is a problem. This is one of those things I just don't understand. It is so short. It's 8 minutes long, this one is. This one needed to be at least double that to be better, in my opinion. The action is solid. It's nothing spectacular. And also, the crowd, once again, just don't care. Just do not give a shit in the slightest. Rhyno hits a door on Chavo, but then Eddie pulls Rhyno out of the ring, and this enables Benjamin to get in a sneaky pin for the win. And that one's me. In the back, the Middle Light Catfight girls and Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler argue about who created WrestleMania, which is nice. And then, that's the crap part of this show out of the way. That's done. Let's get on to some good shit, because then Shawn Michaels defeated Chris Jericho in an absolutely superb match. Build to this one was really special. Jericho wanted to be Shawn Michaels when he was growing up. He told Shawn Michaels this, wearing one of the worst outfits I've ever seen. A black and white checked trousers and shirt combination. My God, it was awful. Yeah. The build for this one, obviously, if you've seen my 10 years ago series so far, this one's been building for months. This one started before the Royal Rumble. We saw Jericho eliminate Shawn Michaels at the Rumble with help from Christian, and then we saw at the end of Jericho's match with Jeff Hardy at No Way Out, Shawn Michaels and Christian coming into there. And there's other stuff in between, but it was all good. It still makes me laugh when Michaels comes out his pop guns. He's got loads of pop guns all the way down so he can fire confetti, and a load of them don't go off, and that really makes me smile. We get the first mention of WrestleMania the movie, which is being filmed there. That would turn out to be the Mania of WrestleMania, which, if you haven't seen it, is just superb. An absolutely brilliant documentary. And the other thing I really like about the intro of this one is when Shawn Michaels does his pose. It's not the fireworks behind him. Oh, no, this is WrestleMania. The fireworks go around the top of the stadium, and that is just such an incredible looking thing. You're like, wow, that's good. That brings the Big Show feel. 4 matches we've had, and all of them was like, yay, it's just another pay-per-view. This is the first time I'm like, wow, awesome! Match starts slowly, but builds to a frantic pace, and some dodgy psychology in this one. For example, HBK puts on a figure 4 within the first 5 minutes, and as you can probably guess where I'm going to go with this one, which is, of course, oh my god, if you're going to put a figure 4 on, work the leg first. At least do a couple of moves to leg. Don't just put the figure 4 on out of nowhere. You know, that's just one of those things. Naturally, Jericho works the back of HBK, which is all good when he remembers to sell it, because this is, how long does this match go for? 22 minutes this one goes for. The first good 10 minutes or so, Jericho's working the back and Shawn Michaels sells it, and then he forgets to sell it until the end of the match. And it's just one of those, oh, yeah, you've just lost your half a star there. Because of this, just on the psychology. It really is. If it wasn't for the psychology, I probably would rate this one 5 stars. Genuinely. Maybe that's just me nitpicking. Maybe it is. Maybe it is literally just me nitpicking. Where are we? I've lost my place again. I love it when Jericho does Shawn Michaels' pose. He mocks Shawn Michaels' pose, does the thing, and then Shawn Michaels kicks up behind him, which is absolutely fantastic. I've really lost my place. Jericho tunes up the band, yeah, and I've written this on my notes, yeah. 10 years later, I still expect Shawn Michaels to duck when he goes to Sweet Jericho music, or however you want to call it. Genuinely do. Jericho tries to stay on the back, trying to get a super belly-to-belly suplex, but HBK turns it into a crossbody. There's a sign in the crowd, that says, "You are butt." I don't know why anyone would make that sign. I really don't. Switching music misses, and the Walls is on in the middle of the ring, but HBK inches over to a deafening roar through the ropes. Jericho is vexed and moans to the ref, but then walks into a super kick, which is weird because he gets very, very little reaction. The kick out by Jericho gets even less reaction, which is very odd. Jericho goes for a suplex, HBK floats over and gets a roll for the pin at 22 minutes in. Now, there's 2 problems with this match. I've just mentioned one of them, the psychology. The second one is the wrong man won. I do not, to this day, understand why Shawn Michaels won this match. After I'd finished watching this and after all my notes were done, I went and found another review just to see if my star ratings tally against them. And this person put, this is brilliant, this review must have been done in like 2000, like last year or something, because they put, in hindsight, it made sense for Jericho to lose. And their reason, and this is genius, their reasoning was because Jericho left in 2005 for a few years. Like, yeah, that's 2 years away. What? That doesn't make any sense. I just cannot fathom it. If Jericho had won this match, right, it would have been a proper feather in his cap, in my opinion, and it would have done wonders for his career. Why did Shawn Michaels need to win this? I just don't get it. I just don't understand. Please, someone in the comments explain to me why Jericho won this match. Explain it to me. I'd love to know. In the back, evil Sylvain Grenier goes into Vince's locker room, and then, the whole world sort of sits up and goes, "Oh yes!" because a trailer runs for Goldberg, and it is just brilliant. And when it finishes, the whole arena's chanting Goldberg, and me and my mate just looking at each other, going, "Look at this! Yes! Goldberg's coming!" Never watched WCW, so I don't actually care, but come on, because they all did. Like, yes! And then Schimmel announces that 54,097 people are there, and then, please welcome WWE's favourite band in the whole world again. He said it again, as Limp Bizkit performed their new single, Crack Addict, right? It's a terrible, terrible song, but, and this is the important thing, go and watch the build-up package for Rock vs Stone Cold for this show, and it works so beautifully. It's so beautiful. When he says, "Here we go again," and they start laying into each other. Oh, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then we get the middle like catfight. Do I have to talk about this? Because can I tell you what I've written on my notes? All right, it goes like this: the middle like catfight, horrible, and then in capitals, horrible. Get off my screen. That's what I wrote. It's just 4 girls rolling around on the bed with Coach there, who then loses his pants and then gets rolled over. Yeah, I don't care. They'd shifted a match off the show so they could put this on, and I'm pretty certain that those 2 matches, the Cruiserweight match and the tag title match that went really short, were because of this. Ditch this, and then, oh God, I don't know where to start. Sorry about that, jump cut and all that. Got a call again in the middle of the video. So where were we? Right, next. I don't know where to start with this next one. Genuinely don't, because it's probably one of the most controversial matches ever, isn't it not? So, let's go through this one. Triple H defeating Booker T in a decent match, and I mean that, in a decent match to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, just before you go, what the fuck are you talking about, Mark? That match was shit. Just bear with me, alright? Just hear me out. We'll talk about this one at the end, alright? So, where to start? So, Booker T wins a Battle Royale to become the #1 contender. Pretty much out of nowhere. I don't remember Booker T doing anything of note per se leading into this. It's just like, who should we put against Triple H? This guy, sort of thing, you know? He last eliminated The Rock, so that's something. Then a week later, Triple H cut a promo, and it was a risque promo. You know, he said how, yes, you're the 5-time WC champion, but you championship that place into the ground. WCW is a joke. The WCW title was held by such illuminaries as Vince Russo and David Arquette. He then started talking about Booker T's criminal past. This is the thing. He said, people like you don't deserve to be champion. Now, as far as I know, Triple H meant someone with a criminal past, but the world at large straight away went, what, because he's black? Now, in the weeks leading up to WrestleMania, they showed emotional video packages about Booker T, talking about his past, talking about how he got into crime when his mother passed away, shit like that. Said he did his time, wants to get on with his life, and then we got a great promo from Goldust, which if you've never seen, go and check it out. He's fresh from being electrocuted. He cuts this promo, and I'm sure you know which one it is. It's the WrestleMania! And Triple H and Ric Flair are creasing up laughing. It's very, very, very entertaining stuff. And, Basically, all this was set up. The way wrestling works is that all this was set up so that Booker T was going to win the championship. It's that simple. They had a chance here to put the belt on someone new. And then, do you know what happened? You know what happened. Booker T and Goldust teamed up one more time and defeated Ric Flair and Triple H in a match to the Raw before WrestleMania. So you knew what was going to happen. You knew what was coming. But there, it got worse. Because the match itself, I enjoyed. I must confess this one, I enjoyed this match. And you know why it was? It's because Booker T had his knee injured early on by Ric Flair, and then for the rest of the match, Triple H worked on the knee. And the selling and the storytelling in this match was just perfect, in my opinion. Booker T, I mean, Jesus Christ, Triple H pulled out an Indian deathlock in the middle of the ring. Now, the fucking marks in the audience went... But me, I'm sat there looking at this going, fucking yes! I haven't seen Indian Deathlock in fucking years. That's awesome. Even Jim Ross says on commentary, I haven't seen one of these for years, yeah? Booker T pulls out a Harlem Hangover out of desperation, and you are convinced that that's the win. Absolutely convinced, but no. I mean, it's decent, it's length, it's 18 minutes, but everyone's problem is the end. I don't know whether to even knock off stars for this one. I genuinely don't. In my opinion, this is a 3-star match. Alright? The finish though, Jesus wept, right? Triple H, kick one pedigree. Do you know how long goes by? I clocked it. Bang on 20 seconds from the moment that Booker T's face hits the mat to the moment that Triple H drapes an arm over him. And what happens? Booker T stays down. Now, if this was me, I may have got in trouble with the company afterwards. I would have kicked out. And I would have said to Triple H, do it again. And then I'll stay down. But, I mean, this was so stupid. The finish was so horrible. And the thing is that on reflection, I don't think it's a bad thing that Booker T lost. Because it was plucked out of nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. It was just one of those, anyone could do this. I mean, I can't... Alright, just bear with me a sec. I'm having a mental block, right? Where's my No Way Out notes? Who did he face at No Way Out? Can anyone remember? While you were shouting at me, I've still got No Way Out 2003. Just bring it up. Just talk amongst yourselves for a moment, because I've just got to figure this out. Booker T, because I don't remember him being on the card, is why I'm saying this. Undertaker, Triple H, Scott Steiner, Stone Cold Bischoff. No, there you are, there's your answer. And no way out, Booker T wasn't on the card at all. So why would they give him the belt? Is one of those things. I understand, at the time I so wanted it, and I understand why people are vexed about it. The only problem I have with this match, honestly, is the finish. Is when you think about it realistically, it wouldn't have done any good for Booker to have the title, in my opinion. It would have been presented as a fluke, in my opinion. And that's just me. So, next. Hulk Hogan defeating Vince McMahon in a decent street fight. No matter what was meant to be, what was in the main event slot, this was the main event, was it not? Because this was the one that was on the DVD cover, for goodness sake. Hogan returned in early 2003, as we know, had a crap match with Rock at No Way Out, as we all know. That meant Vince cost Hogan the match, so we knew there was a match coming up. Vince cut a promo on SmackDown the week after No Way Out saying that he hated Hogan for testifying against him during the steroid trial in the early 90s. Basically wanted a match, and the whole point is that he had a stipulation that if Hogan lost, his career was over. They had a contract signing that ended in dramatic style. And let me tell you something, brother. I watched the Lesnar McGuinness documentary earlier on this week, before I watched this show. And in that, Nigel talks about how he got hepatitis B from, he doesn't know how, but he talks about blood and how having blood is dangerous. And it's just hard to watch parts of this match. And the contract signing, where Hogan gets busted open and Vince makes Hogan sign the contract for the match in his own blood. And it's a brilliant graphic. But at the same time, it's hard to watch because you're like, after watching that from the McGuinness documentary, do you know what I mean? And then, so on to the match. So, think of every shortcut that could possibly... Whoa, Jesus Christ, what was that? That was my bottle of pop expanding. Jesus Christ, there's something for you. Me shitting my pants on a vid. Fuck me. Because I've got to edit that jump cut out earlier. I could edit that out, but I'm not going to because it's entertaining, isn't it? So yeah, think of every shortcut that can possibly be in a wrestling match, and they took it in this one. There was weapons, there was blood, brawling around the ring. Jesus Christ, Hugo Savinovich got busted open in this one. Can you believe that? Vince went to chair shot Hogan. Hogan moved out of the way. Hugo, to his credit, took it square in the face. Fantastic. Could have been a hard way play. Could have been a hard way play job. Get in there. That's a new one. Could have been a hard way bleeding. Could have been hard way bleeding. Get it right. Vince gets ladder out, leg drops Hogan through a Spanish table. He gets a lead pipe out from under the ring. Gives that classic "here's Vinny" shot. You've all seen it. You've all love it. He comes up from next apron. He is covered in blood. He's the proverbial crimson mask, as my hero would say. But then he goes low. Hogan goes low to stop the pipe shot, and out comes Rowdy Roddy Piper. About a month before this, he'd appeared on a TNA show where he blamed Vince for Owen Hart's death and said he would never speak to Vince again, and here he is. I mean, do you reckon he knew then? Like, this'll fool everyone. But yeah, he looks like he's put on about 50,000 pounds away. He looks fat. And he teases hitting one, teases hitting the other, and then whacks Hogan, which is lovely. But of course, Hogan kicks out because it's Hogan. Doesn't that make a run-in utterly pointless? Can I just ask that? And then I think Hogan, Hogan blades as he goes down. I think he cuts it again, just so there's more blood. It needs more blood. The referee won't let Vince use the pipe in a street fight. I don't understand why that is. So Vince decks him. Evil French referee comes out. Vince uses the pipe and hits another leg drop for 2. It's time for Hulk to Hulk up. He hits three leg drops, not just 1 or 2, 3 for the win at 20 minutes and 45 seconds. It was long and it was overbooked. You could say this one was 10 minutes too long, in my opinion. Overbooked to hell. Vince Russo was probably taking notes, going, I might try that one, I found it perversely entertaining, though. This was a good match. It's like I say, because of all the overbooking, because of the shortcuts, it actually made it entertaining. 3 stars. Good shit. Good shit. Next. The Rock defeated Stone Cold Steve Austin in a good match. Heel Rock. Do you remember his Rock concert that he did before? Superb. Just superb. Anyway. Easy setup for this one. Nice and simple, really is. Rock and Austin fought twice at WrestleMania. Rock has lost both times. He says that there's nothing left for me to do in my career apart from this. I've got to beat Stone Cold at WrestleMania. What do you reckon? Stone Cold's up for it. Happy days. Rock was awesome during this time. He tweaked the character just a tiny bit between No Way Out. Before No Way Out, he was, I'm better. I went to Hollywood and I am better than this. Now he's still doing that, but he's tweaked the character quite a lot. There's a lot of comedy. He had a mini feud between No Way Out and WrestleMania with the Hurricane. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. It's fucking brilliant. There's a match on Raw which is just magical. Apart from the finish is wank. Stone Cold comes out and distracts Rock so Hurricane can roll up. And why I say it's wank is because Stone Cold's music keeps playing. They don't play the Hurricane's music, so it looks like a fluke. But I tell you something, there's a moment in that match where Hurricane chokeslams the Rock, right? And Jim Ross, on commentary, is cover him, kid! Make yourself famous! And it's like, oh, as a commentator, that's what I want, you know? That is what... I'm stealing that line. That line's been stored in the back of my mind. And next time I see a fucking title match, I'm fucking saying it. At the next Great Bear show, yeah? At the next Great Bear show where I'm working at, it's DDL versus LA Austin, yeah? I'm probably going to scream that at him. If LA Austin hits his awesome finishing move, they're ostentatious, and it's crawling over, I'm so shouting that. I'm so done. Anyway, so Rock, onto the match. Rock works the knee for the most part, which makes perfect sense. Austin has double knee braces on, for goodness sake. Hell, he even puts on the Scorpion King Deathlock. One problem, Austin doesn't sell it in the slightest. JR and King, they bicker all the way through the match, and Rock controls basically until, I'm sure you remember this one, he puts Austin's waistcoat on. You know, his leather jacket thing. From there, it all goes to tits up, basically, which is funny. It gets owned, complete with Fez press, complete with an Austin bottom. That gets 2. Rock comes back with a stunner, which also gets 2. The stunner by Austin is oversold to hell by The Rock, obviously. And he gets 2. People's elbow misses. Austin goes for a stunner, walks into a spine buster, and the people's elbow, that gets 2. Rock bottom gets 2. A second one gets 2. A third one gets the victory. Now, I'm sure there's people out there who are sat there going, Mark, you rated it 3 stars, what the fuck is wrong with this? It was an awesome match. Let me tell you something, Willis, right? The problem with this match is there's no substance to it. It's 17 minutes long, and the last 10 minutes is just finisher. There's nothing in between them, which what made their other 2 matches fucking awesome. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Because I know you're skeptical. You're 3 stars. Really? That match was 4, it's 5. Think about it. From the last 7 minutes, especially, is just finisher. There's nothing to it at all. And that is my 3. Austin takes a very long time to leave, and you sat thinking, what's going on here? But at the time, it didn't strike you as odd in the slightest. It was just he's just taking his time. He's the babyface, getting his heat back, and all that. Happy days. Knowing what we know now, it makes perfect sense. And then, in the main event, the actual main event, is Brock Lesnar defeating Kurt Angle in a great match to win the WWE Championship. So, I'm going to go through this one as it happened with you, because I haven't done that all the show. So, Lesnar had lost the title to Big Slow at the Survivor Series, and then Angle had defeated the Big Slow at Armageddon, as we all know. Lesnar won the Royal Rumble, as we all know. So, that's nicely set up, isn't it? There wasn't a title match at No Way Out, so we knew it'd be Angle versus Lesnar. In the weeks leading up to Mania, though, Angle found out that he needed to have spinal fusion surgery. If you remember at No Way Out, in the tag match, he ran shoulder first into the ring post, and that re-aggravated a neck injury. And we were all expecting Angle to drop the title and Lesnar to face whoever he dropped it to at WrestleMania. So when a title match was scheduled on SmackDown, and of course I didn't used to read dirt sheets back in the day, so I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a gauntlet match. Angle said it was going to be a gauntlet match. You got to go through the members of Team Angle to get to me. Lesnar obviously absolutely demolished the members of Team Angle. It goes down, it's Lesnar versus Kurt, and the moment they lock up, Heyman gets a chair, bam, disqualification. So next week, it's meant to be Angle versus Lesnar again, but they do the switch. I'm sure you remember this. This was one of those genius moments where, as they came to the ring, Angle came to the ring and posed on the turnbuckle. He then switched with Eric Angle, wearing an identical garb. Lesnar just immediately hits an F5, goes to cover him, 1, 2, and then when they get to 2, he lifts off, like, what the fuck's going on here? Realising it's Eric, yeah? He goes to chase off Team Angle, they've gone up the ramp, and in the ring, Eric is pulled out by Kurt, who lays in exactly the same position. Lesnar comes in, thinks, right, fuck it, I'm going to do it anyway, rolls him up, 1, 2, 3, and then reveals it's Kurt, and it's like, oh, now that's clever. In the meantime, Kurt Angle has found out that he's found a different type of surgery, basically. I don't know if he found this out before or after, I need to point that out. So, he goes into the match like it is going to be his last. Now, we know that it wasn't. He found out he got some surgery that instead of fusing the bones together, they just cleaned them up, and it took 9 months off his recovery time. Instead of being out for a year, he'd only be out for 3 months, which is, all good. So, on to the match. Gosh, there's a lot there. I don't actually know where I am. Oh, sorry, before we go on, Stephanie McMahon had ruled that if Team Angle interfered or he got himself intentionally disqualified or counted out, he would lose the championship, thus meaning we're going to see a title change. Wrestling 101. And one more thing before we actually get on to the match is that in the 2 weeks before the show, Angle had attacked Lesnar twice. Once Angle slammed him through a chair, and then the week after hitting him with a 2x4, both injuring the ribs basically. So the focus of the match for Angle has got to be on the ribs. Surely! Okay, so we've got some lovely, lovely, lovely chain wrestling from both men to start. Chain wrestling in the main event at WrestleMania, as it always should be in my opinion, but that's just me. And the crowd are indifferent towards it, I suppose. Brock lifts, Michael Cole says that Angle has lost weight because he's been training so hard. No, it's not that he's training so hard, he can't lift his left arm at all. That's why. Brock press slams Kurt, which is with almost frightening ease. It is absolutely nothing to him. Angle comes back though with a German in the corner, which looks just awesome. They brawl on the outside with Brock rammed into the guardrail, working the ribs. Back inside, and Angle gets 2 off a belly-to-belly suplex and then 2 off a snap suplex. Angle puts on a side headlock, holds that for a while, when Brock powers up and bounces off the turnbuckle to break it free. But Angle, calm as just hits him with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Absolutely fantastic. Not going to turn that one down at all. Angle charges, but it's a massive spine buster. Brock goes for the offense with a clothesline and shoulders in the corner. He hits a huge belly-to-belly suplex and then a second proper overhead. And knowing what you know about Angle's neck, you're like, oh my god, he's landing on his neck. How is he doing this? Angle's able to come back with the rolling Germans. He goes to Angle slam, but it's countered into the F5, which is also countered into the ankle lock. Brock gets to the ropes, but Angle pulls him back into the middle of the ring, and he's got the ankle lock on, and as Brock's starting to power out of it, Angle, as quick as light turns it into a half Boston Crab, which is brilliant, because not only is he working the leg, he's also got his weight on the back of Brock Lesnar and working the ribs. Brilliant. I love it. Absolutely fucking brilliant. But then, Brock, oh my god, Brock starts to get some momentum going. Yeah, he starts getting going. Brock Angle hits him with a flipping German suplex. Brock Lesnar is 300 pounds and does a somersault in midair and comes down on his face. And you're like, that is awesome! This match is incredible! I love it! It gets 2, as does an Angle slam. An F5 only gets 2. Ankle lock, complete with a grapevine, but Lesnar gets to the ropes. F5 is counted into a small package, and Angle slam is counted. F5, but Brock Lesnar doesn't cover. And do you know why he doesn't cover? Because he's going up to the top and you know what's coming. And the thing is, if you'd followed Brock Lesnar's career, you knew that he could do a shooting star press because he'd done it in OVW. So you saw the talking shit, he's never going to go for it, he's never going to go, yeah! Because that was the reaction. It was he's going to do the, oh, fuck. Because he came down on his face off a shooting star press. It's so obvious when he goes to the top rope that he's way too far. He should have thought about it. And thought, no, actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to put. He should have either pulled him closer or gone to the other turnbuckle. If he'd done that, it wouldn't have been a problem. But he was just too far away. He came down face first. At Angle, the ring genius that he is, instantly goes for a cover. 1, 2, Lesnar kicks out. Lesnar, look in his face, he's not there. There is nothing there. He is completely and utterly knocked the fuck out. Angle has to sort of improvise, and you can see him telling him F5 me for the win. So that's what happens. F5, 1, 2, 3, and we've got a new champion. Brock doesn't look like he knows where he is. He just does not look. And if you watch the Mania of WrestleMania, he comes back and he's, there's no lights on no one's home. Clearly there isn't. I've got to knock points off. I've got to knock a bit off for the botch. And I've got to knock a little bit off because remember what I was saying before about working a body part when you haven't done anything, like with Shawn Michaels? Angle, when he put the ankle lock on, that was the first thing he'd done on the leg. So that gets knocked off. So it would have been a 4.5 star match for me. It's a 4.25. So it's really not. I'm nitpicking to the tiniest little degree. So overall, this show of 2 halves, in my opinion. The first 4 matches I felt very, very rushed, like the 2 title matches, or You know, one was alright, one was crap. Everything after Jericho versus Michaels is at least 3 stars though, and you can't go wrong with that. As good as WrestleMania 17? I don't think so. Only just. The undercard is the reason why. If you go back and look at my star ratings for WrestleMania 17, overall they balance each other out. I mean, this show doesn't have a dud on it, for example, but I think the ratings for the actual matches are higher. I mean, both main event and the TLC matches are both 5-star matches, for example, so they cancel out a dud. But I mean, I'm happy to go at 8.5. I gave WrestleMania 17, I think it was 9.75 out of 10, or maybe 9.5. This one, as high as is an 8.5 out of 10. What did you think, though, ladies and gentlemen? WrestleMania 19, like I said at the start, I know a lot of you were looking forward to this show. One thing before I go, sorry about the heel beard. It was looking stupid, so I shaved it all off, and now I feel like I'm about 15. And you can see my dimple, which I'd actually forgotten all about. You can believe that. I've had my beard for that long that I've forgotten I've got a dimple. I'm sorry. I will grow another one. It'll be better. It won't look as shit as that one did. Yeah, please comment below. I read them all. Let me know what you thought of WrestleMania 19. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Next up in the series, of course, is Backlash 2003, headlined by Rock versus Goldberg. I hope you've enjoyed this vid as much as I've enjoyed making it, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Take it easy, guys.